Well, hello, everybody, and welcome. I'm real excited that you're here to join us today about our social media training. And I am just real excited about this. Let me begin by introducing myself. My name is Lena Gutierrez Ibarra. I've been with Mary Kay for over 20 years. I'm going to be your host today, and I'm so excited to introduce our special trainer, and I'm going to be give her the introduction she deserves. Let me tell you a little bit about her. Our trainer today would be, she's been a Mary Kay beauty consultant for 2 years. During this time, she fell in love with self-branding and marketing herself. She is a market coordinator for Top Gun events for 1 year. Let's see. And then she's also a Top Gun events for baseball event company based out of Kansas City. During that time, she learned the skills of marketing and maintaining a strong brand. Can we get excited about that? Within her first year as marketing coordinator for Top Gun events, she assisted in the following brands: Dick's Sporting Goods, Oakley, Jimmy John's, Prime Hydration, and more. So this is somebody that's definitely been in the field. So we're lucky that she's doing the Mary Kay thing about giving her time and her knowledge and sharing it just like Mary Kay. She would be so proud of her. She oversees the media team for Top Gun as well, as within her first year, she tripled the engagement and the followers for her page. That's what I'm looking for. So I'm excited about that. She also can create content for the Top Gun Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and Facebook accounts. She has a 4 year college degree as an athlete. She also graduated with her bachelor's in business management with the emphasis of marketing as well. Along, along with that, she has two girlfriends that she also records, produces, and markets the true face of Unmask podcast, which is something you can definitely tune into and also find her there as well. So without any more hesitation, let me introduce you, Paige Wallace, our trainer for tonight. Yay, part two.
Oh my goodness, everyone. We need to give claps for Lena too, because she's absolutely amazing. Oh my goodness. I'm like, I know that True Faces Unmasked, it's like a tongue twister. And then again, that's like at the end of everything you're saying. So I'm like, oh my gosh, this girl's amazing. She is just like bam, 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 bam. Thank you so much for that introduction. I'm super excited tonight to be sharing again lesson number 2 of our sharing social media series, y'all. So last week we were introducing Instagram. So really, really quick, a recap. We were at the very beginning of our training session, and we created our bio. We talked about creating a rounded bio, one that'll increase your follower count and website slash link clicks. But remember, if you do want website or links in your bio, you do have to be okay with being a public account. And that means you can put those external links in your bio, but if you choose to be a private account, then you cannot. That's point of preference. And either one is fine. We talked about the elevator speech mindset to be in that bio and including hashtags in your bio, why you add those, using the same hashtags in your bio that you use for the post, and all of that fun stuff. So there's a little recap for anyone who may be just now joining us in lesson 2. We're going to be jumping right into finding and creating my brand. All right. This was so fun because, like we've explained before, Lena and I are learning with you guys. We're learning with you. So when I first did this lesson to Lena, we did it, and then it's like I completely recreated it, but it was the same thing I explained to her. And it was just really fun to create that with her because she was able to help me see from your guys' side. But even then, I still edited it to now another thing. So it's just really fun to see that transition and how I get to share that with you guys firsthand. Again, I am actively working to better my skills in this so I can help you guys. So that's why you're on here with me, right? We're finding and creating our brand. So how do we do that? What's the first step? I want you guys to write down if you're taking notes, grab a paper and pen if you're not, because I'm a note taker. It'll help me remember stuff later. What is my style? So the word style. So I'm like, okay, when I was thinking about this, like I've taken a couple of um different oh, what would you say, like coaching sessions and whatnot. And Mary Kay, we actually earn really high quality coaching sessions. Some have been actually about style because we are beauty consultants. So I've learned my style and how to actually dress my style and do all these things that usually kind of make you uncomfortable, but it makes you who you are. So I did find my style and I'll explain it to you guys really quick. And then we're actually going to get into sharing my Instagram page, sharing my Instagram page and how that relates to my brand, who I am sitting right here, who I am on the social media screen, and then different examples of other people for different styles that I'm necessarily not. So let's tie this all in. 25 minutes on the clock so we get you guys plenty of question time. If you have any, really quick, my style, guys. 40 glam and a hint of boho. So you're like, what do you even mean style? Like, where should we start with style? Different types of style would be a sporty style. Glam is like the Mary Kay, you know, diamond rings, yada yada yada. And then boho is a style. If you don't know what boho is, we'll get into that here in a second. A classic is a style as well. Minimalist, that's another style. Casual. So again, there's also ones that are different verbiage but mean the same thing. Like classic and minimalist usually tie together because someone who's classic usually has a minimalist mindset. And again, we'll get into that here in a second too. But romantic is another example of a style. And so there's my realist, edgy, romantic. We'll get into all these in more details here in a second, but these are just a bunch of the examples I'm going to go over here tonight. So keep up with me, my style. So here who is sitting in front of you tonight. That's what we're going to talk about. That and then how I put that into my Instagram. So sporty, glam, and a hint of boho. So why do I say I'm sporty? Well, I've been an athlete my whole life. I am active. I'm very active every single day, whether that's just taking my dogs on a walk or going to my intense cycling class or just, you know, being on the go. I am an active person. I like outdoor stuff, just being outdoors too. But that would be like the sporty side. So anything like what is it called? The fabletic, I think, like the athletic look, that athleisure, that's the word. The athleisure, that would be a sporty style. But glam, why am I glam? Well, I do have my own Mary Kay business. I do run my own business as a Mary Kay beauty consultant. So I have learned to, you know, wear my jewelry, do my hair, do my makeup to prep myself, make me look more glam. But also I have that glam lifestyle of going to seminar and all those fun things you can earn when you know, get up into that really glam lifestyle of Mary Kay beauty consultant. But so that's fun. That's that side. And then the boho side I think is fun because that's one you guys will see here in front of you. Kind of like my little decoration here and just my jean jacket. Those are different types of like boho, different patterns as boho, but that's like my inner free spirit. So you don't really see it. I need to start showing that more on my social media. That's what I need to work on. My own homework. So because I don't show that side a lot. It's more of just my true side that I don't necessarily put out on social media as much. So that's kind of fun to see now too, somewhere where I can improve going through this myself. So now I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. Okay, and as I'm sharing my screen, we're going to now look at the social media, specifically Instagram. So thumbs up. Can we see that okay? Perfect. Okay, so here's my social media page like we saw last week. So I'm not going to go into as much detail of that. You can look back at the recorded episodes for lesson 1. And we can get you the details on how to get that as well. But here with my style, so now let's look at my Instagram page. Sporty glam with a hint of boho. So sporty, let's see if where was my example for that one? Let's see, when we go down to sporty, you'll notice that a lot of my reels are going to be in my softball uniform, you know, with my hair up. I'm wearing some, you know, hair up again. Like I have a very casual look that I usually wear. Here's a t-shirt out to eat the other night. So that's where the sporty is a good example and how I show that in my media page. Now the glam, that one's easy. I mean, you see pink all over, you see sparkles all over, but really specifically the good examples of this one would be like glam, for example, here. Here's one where it's showing a Mary Kay reel at seminar with all the sashes and diamonds and stage walks. So there's an example of that glam and how I put that in my social media page. The boho, like I said, that one's not as relevant right now, but I'm going to be working to add that into my social media. But I would say even the boho would be something just like this, a personal picture of me with one of my friends who is just pregnant, and she does have actually a really cute boho background, so that kind of worked in my favor. But and like this one, my boho, I mean, just like the pearls, that's on my necklace. That's going to be boho because boho is going to be anything that sticks out, is patterny, is a little can lean on the side of edgy too. But so there are my examples. Now I want to show you guys some different examples of ones that aren't necessarily me, but could be you guys, or could be some could tie into something of your style. So my next example is actually going to be her name is Katie Goldstein. So Katie Goldstein is a $1 million sales director in Mary Kay Cosmetics. And so I love her page as an example. I follow her a lot because she's like the complete opposite of me style wise. So sorry, excuse me. So she has a really classic, minimalist, casual style. And I love her style. It's so cute. Like you get on here, all of her highlights are all that soft pink color. Her profile picture is fun. Her hair bouncing in the profile picture, but still very casual and very minimal. Like there's minimal colors on the page that you see. All the colors of a classic minimalist casual look. So this one you can see if you're classic, you're gonna be like anything OG. So anything OG is gonna be a classic style. You're gonna have solid colors or patterns, easy to watch and understand. So you're easily able to watch Katie's video here and see that she's using a Mary Kay product. And then if you look down at her caption here, right away it says vitamin C. So you know right away it's very to the point. You know she's using some type of vitamin C serum from Mary Kay on her face. So very to the point, simple to understand. Mary Kay even says, keep it simple, sweetie. So I love that Katie really shows that too. So she is a great example for a classic minimalist casual look. Now we're going to go to another Mary Kay beauty consultant. Her name is Kristen Sharp. Kristen Sharp, another amazing example of something that is kind of completely opposite of me too, but kind of the same. She's a romantic boho minimalist. So Kristen Sharp, romantic boho minimalist. So why is she these things? So let's go down to this really great example of her romantic, or I guess this would specifically be the romantic minimalist. So it's the bright colors. She's got a really bright in your face color dress on. It's beautiful. It's vibrant. And it's showing her boho side. So that's boho, big patterns, bright, vibrant colors. And bandanas, feathers, jeans, that's also going to be boho. But also minimalist. So she's simple, organized, proportioned. She has the picture that's proportioned to her size. And so it's very easy to look at. It's very nice to look at. It's very simple and shows this is what she's talking about, herself and Mary Kay Ash. So I wonder what the caption's about. Oh, about being a beauty consultant and how it's changed her life. So that's amazing. Also, she's romantic because she's a future thinker. So she's showing, hey, here's Mary Kay Ash, this 60-year company. You know, It's Thursdays, and that means it's time for our weekly $1,000,000 message. So $1,000,000 earners, future thinkers. That's what romantic is going to fall, or what that's people, that style of thinkers that would fall into a romantic category. So there is Kristen Sharp, again, a romantic boho minimalist. Woo! All right. Our third example and last example for the night is actually not a Mary Kay beauty consultant. It's actually going to be a really amazing influencer from my more of my gym active side. So this is going to be from my sporty side. Her name's Emily Priscilla. So her husband actually runs the 75 Hard program, First Form, all of that amazing stuff. But his wife, Emily, also is an author. She runs her own businesses as well. She is amazing. Like, boss babe, this is boss babe. Boss babe. Example, she is a edgy romantic realist. Okay. So she's edgy. How is she edgy? Well, where is the picture I want to show you guys? Because I know the one that I want to show you guys is amazing. First of all, she's just absolutely gorgeous too. I mean, amazing. I just love to follow her and look at these images because I'm like, if I get to any moment like this in my life, I can say I've made it. Like a chance. So Emily here, you can see her edgy side. She's wearing the black leather leggings. She has the Rolling Stones tee on, graphic tee, but she also has the jacket to have that more professional side to go with the outfit. But it is edgy. It shows, sometimes the edgy can also show more skin in a business manner, in a professional manner, but you do that as well. Maybe you're someone that wears sneakers and a dress look. Like, that's kind of my idea when I think of edgy. Leather pants, leather jackets, sneaker and a dress look. Those are some things I would think of when I've researched and looked at what edgy is for the style. But a romantic, she's a future thinker as well. Dreamy, inviting colors. She's got her bright colors. Romantic, she looks very powerful, some like a very elegant, romantic, dreamy picture here. Something that, like I said, I would have hanging on my wall if I had a dream board and said, I want to be a top female CEO like someone, she would be the picture, and this would be the picture I put on there. It shows a dream, it shows a future thinker. Now it's also, I can hit that here in a second, but she's a realist. Her at one of her conferences, so here it's a real environment. She's at her conference. It's a real picture of what she really does. And so for those of you who don't know who she is very controversial, and she says it how it is. And so that's also what the caption then leads into, is just her being controversial of loving yourself is unconditional. False. Loving yourself is the same as a relationship with someone else. You wouldn't love someone that was lazy, unproductive, negative, disloyal, and also lets you down. So that's just a little blurb of that realist style caption right there. And so this is what I also wanted to pinpoint with the romantic. I noticed right away when I hopped on her page, her highlights are branded with an EF, Emily Priscilla, EF. But that gives a romantic look as well, because when you hop on to a page and see branded highlight reels right there, it's like automatically, it just looks very professional, very nice. But that's my last example for the night. And I'm actually going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen so I can see, you guys can see my lovely face. Oh, yep, there we go. Amazing. And so I hope you guys really took something away from this tonight. So really quick, let me just go over all these styles again, because I know that was a lot to throw at you. It was a lot when I was learning it as well. But it's kind of fun when you start digging into all the details of it and how you can really find your style and really kind of find who you are. Because a lot of the times, like, I mean, who are we kidding? We see stuff we like on someone else. We don't really know why we like it, but we like it. And then we get something kind of like it, and then we wear it. And it's just kind of like we wear it because we like it. But we don't really get it. Like, we don't know, okay, I like this because the sporty makes me feel confident with a little bit of glam. Like I got it when I wear something for Mary Kay, I got to have my little bit of sporty because I like the comfort, but I also like a little bit of boho because I got to be a little free spirited, right? And then all of a sudden I feel confident in what I'm wearing too. So it's really just feeling that confidence. But remember, um, what are the types of styles you could fall into? Again, they can branch off all over the place. You can go on Pinterest and like look different style types up. There's so many examples of that. But sporty, that's going to be one you could fall into, the sporty look. Someone who's outdoorsy, active. Um, you like those leggings and crop tops, but you like to throw on a blazer too to make it look professional sometimes. Um, glam, glam's gonna be very sparkly, very vibrant, very in your face in a good way. But Pinta Boho, that's gonna be a free spirit type of style. It's gonna have feathers, big, different patterns, different textures, anything like that. That's gonna be your boho girl. Um, then we're gonna look at a classic. Classic is gonna be anything OG. So if it's like, okay, the OG style, that's what classic is. Also patterns. They like patterns like straight, circles, crossed, anything just simple patterns. A simple pattern is going to be that classic. Easy to watch and understand. So that's going to be for your social media or like right here with myself. Am I presenting myself to you where you can easily understand me? Am I enunciating and slowing down, or am I getting a little excited and speeding up? That's even a way where we could be face to face and you're looking at what type of style you could be. That in itself is going to make sure you're simple to understand. You're a classic. You're going to fall into that. Casual, that's going to be something that's like an everyday look or use. So when it's casual, again, relaxed style. So my casual video a good example of that would have been the one where I was out to eat. And you could see that I was out just casually using my lip gloss. Romantic, that one's going to be a future thinker, dreamy, inviting colors. It makes you just like, oh, all that fun stuff. Boho. Oh, we already went over that one. Minimalist, simple, organized, proportioned, minimalist, simple colors, couple colors at a time. Edgy again, think black, leather, shows more skin sometimes. Sneakers with a dress type of look. Romantic, oh, already went over romantic, future thinker. And realist, something that's real, something that you actually would do or be a part of in your life. Hard conversations to talk about, someone that likes to talk about hard conversations or talk about that real stuff. Anything like that is going to fall into realist. So, all right, guys, that is all I have this evening. So our closing question and homework for lesson 2 is going to be research what your individual style might be and what you're willing to work on for marketing on Instagram. So again, what is my style? Am I sporty? Am I boho? Am I a minimalist? Am I romantic? What style am I? I gotta watch this back again when they're when we get them uploaded for you and get the links so you can watch them. You can actually watch this back and re-listen to me talk about the different styles if you want to, if that helps. Or you can do your own research. That's how I am. I'm very hands-on. So that's when I say Pinterest. Go look on Pinterest. Those are for my hands-on people that are like, I want to start tonight and I want to start looking at my style tonight. and they're like, I don't want to wait for any link. I want to go do it. Then yes, do that. But also you can rewatch that if you want. But what style are you? Learn the different styles. Learn, okay, where could I fall? And then when you learn, what are you willing to do? Now, I've been willing to easily do the sporty and glam styles, but I haven't, honestly, maybe because I wasn't unwilling, but I just didn't consciously know. So I've unconsciously been willing to do more of the boho style on my social media. So now that I consciously know, that's something I can work on. But what are you willing to market? Maybe you're willing to market one at a time. First, I want to make sure I do my sporty style and I want to market that and master it. Then I'll move on to adding in. And so this kind of leads into the different types of pages in one Instagram page. So for example, when you see my Instagram page, I have my Mary Kay, I have my Top Gun, I have my podcast, and I have my, my fitness viewer stuff. But so that again, um, that's going to tie your style in with the different style. You can go sporty first and then learn the next one and, start adding those in as you go too. That's another process. If you're new and wanted to start that, or if you already have them, how you could tweak it. Hope this is all making sense. It's late, guys. It's late here in Kansas. I'm getting sleepy. So anyways, find out what that is, and then we'll work on implementing that into Reels next week. Thank you all so much for being on here. Thank you.
Now, Paige, I just want to thank you again for coming on. I do have one question, and I'm not sure if it's going to be on the upcoming trainings. So as we work on our homework, which I'm going to do, and research my style, is it okay to switch your style? Is it safe to do that? And then also the colors. Is that something on my profile that I can bring the color elements, or is how do I bring in the colors? And then I do like the way that the highlights had special brandings. Is that something that I have to pay somebody to do? Or is that something that I could do on my own?
Oh, great questions. Okay, first question, or I guess the third question with the branding and whatnot. You can make those on your own in Canva if you really wanted to. You can play in Canva, even if it's free Canva, you can hop in there and play with it as much as you want. And then, just increase your options as you go. I'm sure there's options to pay someone to do it if you wanted to. If that's an option, it's easier for you. I'm sure those options are all out there, but I'm a free is for me. So honestly, I like being creative too, where I would hop on Canva, my free Canva, and just make little highlights for that. And you can hop on there. And honestly, you should just be able to do like search in. We could get into Canva another time, but there's a way to do it on there. Can you remind me what the other two questions were?
Yeah. How do I change the color of my style? Like if we saw some with some like dark colors, light colors. Like not only am I trying to search for my style, but what is my color palette?
That's a good one. Well, that's a whole nother lesson in its own.
Oh, okay.
So
Well,
we'll
that's
have to get
something
into
to
that
jot
later.
in. But when I'm searching
Oh.
my styles, I'm also looking at colors on the different
Mhm.
Instagrams. So I was just curious if that's a setting in Instagram to bring those color palettes, or is it something you create on your own based on your reels?
Okay, that's a great question. That's okay. I can see what you're getting at. Okay, first I do want to pinpoint too, because you did ask if you can change your style. And yes, you can definitely change your style. Like at any point you can. You just have to commit and how much you want to commit to it, or how much you pretty much what you're willing to work for. Does that make sense? So I'm willing to change my style and add more boho because I know that's what I want to do and I know it'll help me in my brand. But maybe someone doesn't want to show that side of them. For example, like um someone who maybe wants to have a separate Instagram page for their personal friends and personal stuff and keep that private. That could be, your one side that you don't necessarily show to the public. Does that make sense? So it's what
Yes.
you're willing to change and whatnot. And then the colors. Okay, that's a great question. So I'll share my screen for this one again. So I just want to make sure that I answer it correctly.
Just so that as
Well,
I'm discovering my styles and playing as
yeah,
I want to
that's a
make sure
great,
that I know how to play with that.
yeah. So, okay, here for example, so with the color palette specifically, I've done my own research on and sat through because I'm not an expert on the color confident or not color confidence, the the
Color of the palette.
yes. Because I do my own color analysis as a Mary Kay beauty consultant, but
Push me
it's not.
aside. Take me off the screen so I can see your stuff.
Oh, thank you. But anyways, long story short, you find your colors based on. So, for example, an edgy was going to have more black in their color palette. Now, I do. Pink is a good color for me. I just know that specifically, but it's also my color for my business. So I just honestly, and so a lot of it relates to that. Like those colors look all the same because it's a lot of what I use, if that makes sense.
Well, Paige, what I guess I'm getting
Uh,
at, not on your reels or anything, your
uh,
dashboard. So like I do see
okay.
like the rings maybe around them, like the
Mm.
highlights. Is that something where
Oh, good question. Yeah. So, like for this one, for example, when you pull it up, you can
Yes.
go here to more down on the right corner with the three dots. It
Yes.
says more. You can click on that and you can click edit highlight.
Uh-huh.
And so if you're someone that wants to do like the colors, so for example, like Katie, the more simple, casual, minimalist look, you just want to have all those dots be the same color shade. You can find that color, screenshot a picture of it, click edit cover, and get it from your camera roll. Does that
Oh,
make
okay.
sense?
Yeah.
And so
Okay.
I've done that before and I've actually changed it up and
Yeah. See how you have all those
edited it
different
here.
shades?
Uh-huh. And so those are the pictures, but you can do colors if you wanted.
Okay.
Does that make sense? And
Yeah, that's
so
helpful.
amazing. So that's it. Let me stop sharing my screen again. Amazing.
Okay. So that's what I was hoping to, for you to get a little bit more clarity, but I know that
Yeah.
there's more coming up.
Yes. But yeah, I'm glad that you asked that so I could show specifically to how to get into the highlights and show how you can change that if that's something you wanted to do to get the colors on there. So amazing.
Right.
Oh, thank you.
So I'm excited for the second one. I will be doing my homework and looking forward to part 3 as I been doing this series. I've been trying to work on my Instagram and really doing that. I'm excited when the reels come up, but this is really great to know the basics, to understand it so that I am social savvy and I can grow in that area. So I want to thank you for today's training and I look forward to next week's. And I'm going to get busy on my homework.
Yay. Thank you for everyone who's watching on live tonight and anyone who's watching this back or watching this training. Keep going and hustle hard, brave girl.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.